that a fish? That's a fish. That's a fish. Oh, oh, oh. Got him. Another one. No way. Oh, that's a fish. Let's go. Dude. Freaking, that is so awesome. Folks, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit anxious for this one. This is going to be, folks, a total shot in the dark. This is a place I've never been before. The water's up, it's cold, but I will say, as much as it can be anxious trying new spots in crappy weather, it also gets me a little bit excited. You know, you find that new spot, looks good on the maps, and you really just kind of stumble across it. You never know what you're gonna catch. We got 3 rods, we got the kayak, we got a nice river behind us, beautiful little town here in Iowa, and we're gonna give her heck, man. We're gonna see what we can freaking find. Okay, here we freaking go, folks. We're doing it. I'll show you guys what I'm starting off with. So I've got 3 combos. One is gonna be a casting combo with a little spinner. This is a Mr. B Lure Company spinner with a just a random soft plastic on the back. Gives a little more erratic action as it's moving through the water. The bait caster number 2, we got ourselves a little kind of like a jerk bait, dive bait. You can kind of use it as a jerk bait and also just straight retrieve it like a dive crankbait style. And I don't know how deep this is. It looks pretty deep, so figured I'd tie this on. It's kind of a minnow color. It's called a T-bone. Can't remember who makes this, but it's pretty cool bait. And then on the spinning combo, we got ourselves a tried and true. This is a kind of a Nedrig style bait. Although it is a Nedrig, technically on paper, it's a swim bait profile. So it's got that minnow look to it, and when it falls, it kind of hits the ground. And the idea is just to kind of swim it along the bottom. Kind of like a bottom bait in a sense. Not so much a Nedrig, not so much a swim bait. Kind of a hybrid style. But I'm going to start off with that minnow shad color just because, I don't know what is in here. I don't know what the forage is for these fish. So we're going to kind of take it step by step. Throw these and see what happens. If nothing happens, you guys know me. We'll just kind of move through the charts here. Change up colors, change up baits, whatever we have to do. And there's a dam right straight ahead there. So we're not probably going to go that way. We're going to turn this way and kind of work our way upriver and then just kind of float back down, see what happens. This is going to be an interesting, folks. I don't have a whole lot of time. I only have a few hours to fish, so we got to get to work, get to cracking. We'll start off with these search baits, kind of throw it around, cast, retrieve, kind of get moving here and see if we can find any fish. I changed my mind. Instead of a spinnerbait, we're going to do a little chatterbait action style. This is a blade bait by Mr. B Lure Company. And the same idea is kind of like a chatterbait. Got a lot of wobbly action going on. But I think what we're going to do, we're going to work these rocks. Save some time by throwing a bait like this. And just kind of do a swoop the loop. Change off here and there as we move. The water clarity, it's not ideal. We did get some rain last week, so that's probably why. Everything is up a little higher right now, which is good. We need the rain. But in terms of water clarity, today it's going to be a little interesting. So I'll start off with some moving baits like this. We'll kind of work these rocks, see how far we get. And at any point we need to change, we will do that. That's a fish. That's a fish. That's a fish. Yes, yes, yes. No skunk. No skunk. Let's go. Come here. Let's freaking go, folks. No skunk. Let's go. Beautiful. Stay like that. saw this big old wall here, this retaining wall, and I'm like, ooh, that looks freaking good. I figured I'd cast a little minnow over there and see what happens. What a cool house too. That is like my dream house. Awesome. Oh, 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 got him. Felt that from a mile away. Come here, bud. Oh. There we go. Another one. No way. Back to back. That's a good fish too. It's a decent one. Let's go. Dude. Freaking, that is so awesome. Come out to a new spot, no idea what to expect, and we're freaking catching them. That is so cool. That is so cool. Watch them just all be stacked right here in the middle of this little area. It would be dangerous for me to live on the river. I see some of these houses, I'm like, oh, those are so cool. But it would be dangerous. I would be on the water every freaking day. I know people say, no, you get used to it, you know, once you live here and you have the access all the time, you don't really crave it as much or whatever. No, not this guy. I would be freaking out here all the time. It's beautiful. I mean, this is just a beautiful place. The houses are beautiful. The area is beautiful. The water is awesome. They did a really, really good job of making this kind of a cool little, you know, walk the river type of area. You know, some towns you go to, the river just goes right through town and there's not really a whole lot of excitement, I guess. But you can tell this town really took into account that people like the river. And there are fish in here. Oh, and he came off. And to think I had never even been here until right now, today. Oh my God, that's a fish. I took the rod out of my freaking kayak. Oh, he came off. Dang it. I was trying to paddle a little bit closer to the shoreline here so I don't spook the center area, and I freaking had one on. Okay, I think we're starting to figure out the pattern here. So we know that they're on the bottom. We know that for a fact, so that's good. I definitely don't think they want to chase a whole lot. So obviously we know they're eating off the bottom as I'm kind of bouncing that little minnow across the bottom there. They're choking it, they love it. So we know that. We know there are fish in here, right out in front of us probably, so that's good. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw just something super simple. I'll give it kind of a last hurrah in terms of throwing moving baits, but I'm gonna throw just a simple, easy peasy, lemon breezy swim bait. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. We'll kind of chuck it out, let it fall a little bit, and we'll just slowly work it back. And we'll just see. We'll give this a go. We'll see what happens. We'll work it a little bit faster, a little bit slower. Maybe give it some pauses here and there. And we'll see if these smallmouth are willing enough to eat something that's moving. I'll tell you what though, the wacky weather that we've had the last couple weeks, I mean, the last couple weeks, it's been like lows of teens. I mean, some of these lakes and rivers have frozen back up actually. So I'm sure these fish are probably a little bit confused, not really sure what's going on or who's who, what's what. Oh, that's a fish. I had a bite. I'm like, what the heck is that feeling? Well, we know what it was. That's so small. So here's a quick little update. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Clouds are starting to roll in. It's definitely gotten colder since I started fishing. And the fishing by itself has been a little bit slow. I thought a little bit ago when I was catching all the smallmouth back to back, I thought, oh my gosh, we're going to be on for the freaking time of our lives. But that didn't quite happen. It slowed down quite a bit. Kind of worked my way up to where that gentleman up there is fishing. And I think at this point, I'm going to let the wind kind of take me back into where I started. And I'll work those banks both sides all the way up until we get back to basically the boat ramp. I've thrown several different moving baits and nothing seems to be working except this guy on the bottom. Come here, bud. Awesome. So this little minnow, I tell you what folks, this little minnow is pretty much the deal. I'm just dragging it along the bottom, hop, 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 and they're eating it. But I'm gonna make a few more casts around the bridge here, and then I'm gonna unclip myself from the log, and I'm gonna kind of let wind take me back down and really see where else we can catch some fish. Because honestly, up until now, I'm jacked. Never been here before. Super weird weather conditions, and the fact that we're catching fish, folks, that in itself is a freaking miracle. I will always, always be happy with that. Oh, dang it. These freaking smallmouth are barely hitting it. Just barely picking it up. I can still feel some of the bites, but there's some other ones that I've been getting at. I mean, they'll just pick it up and run, and I don't even feel it. See, there's one right there. And I didn't even feel it. Did not even feel it. I just saw my line move, and that was all she wrote. Another smallie. Hey, bud. The size is to be expected for where we're at. I'm sure this place gets hit so hard. I can't even imagine when the water temperature's up and it's, warmer outside and people start coming out more. I'm sure this place just gets freaking smoked by people. I tell you what, folks, my freaking goodness. Well, that was freaking sweet. New spot, got some fish. It is cold, it is windy, it is still brutal outside. I'll be honest with you guys, I am so shocked that not only did I catch a smallmouth, but I caught multiple freaking smallmouth. A day like today, with the cold temperature that we've had lately, I thought these smallmouth were gonna be turned off, weren't gonna freaking bite, and it was just gonna be me and you and us on the freaking kayak, and basically doing nothing but casting all day. But nope. That's not what happened, folks. We freaking found him, and boy did we freaking find him. Not much for size, unfortunately, but also, I don't really care. As long as we got some fish, that's all I care about. It is interesting, though. I thought for sure we were only gonna catch him deep, but that wasn't the case at all. We got a few that were right along the freaking bank in inches of water. So they're deep, they're shallow, but one thing for certain, they're not quite chasing bait yet. The bait of the day that really sealed the deal, and folks, without it, probably we wouldn't have gotten jack squat. This little guy here, just a simple little minnow style bait. This is made by Northland Tackle, and what makes this bait in particular pretty cool is it's kind of like a Z-Man elastic style bait where it floats and it's very stretchy and durable, and you can catch 10, 20, 30 fish sometimes on one plastic. And this, by the way, folks, this is the original plastic I had on. So all those smallmouth I caught today were on this little guy here, just basically dragging it along the bottom and hopping it here and there with a little Ned head. So a simple Ned head here, little minnow, and that was the freaking deal. But I'm gonna wrap it up here, folks. I'm gonna go home, hang out with my pups, get ready for the new day tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Monday, which for those of y'all who work, y'all understand the pain. Monday through Friday, it is work. So enough chitter chatter for me, folks. I'm gonna let y'all go. I appreciate the support. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to all my videos, subscribing, liking, commenting. Cannot say it enough. I appreciate it. I love y'all. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace! Peace!